my piece is actually full of little references in an Ivesian way. Because when she sings about rich with red corundum or with blue, and what did you hear when she sang the word blue?
Rhapsody in Blue.
Of course. And when she sang about the ring, what did you hear here?
Ring on meinem Finger.
That's from Frauen Liebe und Leben of Schumann. And when she sang Semper Fidelis, I couldn't resist,
Yeah.
right? Adeste Fidelis.
You're injecting a note of humor that she did not intend.
Yes, that's true. But there are these little references that I sort of threw in because I couldn't resist it. Now, Joel's piece is interesting because there were actually two versions, and we did a kind of a composite. The version that he wrote it in F sharp major originally, then changed it to F major. We recorded it in F major, but Helene's voice has changed slightly in the last 20 years, and she decided she wanted to do an F sharp major. So we're doing not the original F sharp major, which actually was revised when he put it in F major, but rather the F major version in F sharp major. Because at the very end of the piece in the F major is like this. And that's how we recorded it and how we did it just now. But the original he had, right? So echoing the first notes of the piece, Love Is Not All. And so tell us now, Joe, put the camera on him. Tell us why you made that change and the difference between F and F major and F sharp major.
Oh, right.
Well, first of all, the song as written is part of an 8-song cycle, all poems from the 52-poem collection called Fatal Interview about her affair. I have a later cycle, 5 other poems from that group as well. When I wrote it, the key was simply a matter of finding a contrast. I wanted it as much in contrast with the other songs as possible because it was the one purely optimistic, loving poem. There's a certain bit of irony and bitterness and kind of exhibitionism of her affections in some of the other poems. I wanted to set this one apart as much as possible, and I think F sharp was probably my reason. In those days, I had not done, although I had, wait a minute, this was during my Fulbright year. It's actually before my dissertation on intonation, so I really was a total innocent about the different keys.
What's the year of the composition? What's the year of the composition?
About 1959.
Yeah.
And innocent about keys. Later on, I came to think of F sharp major as the Baroque and early classical composers did, as a very dissonant key with a high third, really tuned to be a B flat, higher than the A sharp, and it seemed an inappropriate key for the piece. And if it's done on my piano at home, I would never want to do it in F sharp, because my piano is tuned correctly to non-equal temperament. So as to the different endings, I don't know. I now revert back. I think I prefer the da 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 at the end to kind of echo the beginning. Generally speaking, I have been going through a phase where I have been canceling the changes I made along the way and going back to the original versions of very, very early pieces. That may change again. Who knows? It depends on how long I live. I guess that's all I have to say about that.
Well, maybe
I have no quotations of other pieces in there.
If we do the piece again, do you want us to do it with the ending that you wrote?
I don't care. I like it with both. I don't think the ending really makes that much of a difference in the piece. It rounds out a little bit. Saying "love is not all." It's sort of like repeating the first line, and I think I do prefer it now.
Okay, well,
I like
we'll put it
that
back
too.
in there. All right, let's
try it again.
Let's try it again. But shall I read from this and you read from the other, or no?
If you can read, oh sure, I don't mind.
Yeah, let's do that.